The fertility industry is a real racket. You need to keep trying for a baby through natural means. The drugs used in IVF and other assisted reproductive technologies are bad for your long-term health and bad for the baby too. Infertility is basically a misnomer. As long as your anatomical structures are in place, a medical diagnosis of infertility is often a fallacy. The ability to create life is the most natural thing in the world, but conception is a profound miracle affected by any one of 1,000 factors. Physical obstructions in the uterus or the fallopian tubes or the ovaries themselves, hormonal imbalances, an irregular menstrual cycle, so the eggs don't release at the right time, or the uterine lining is too thick or too thin. These are just on the woman's side. Plus general levels of health and stress, dietary habits and toxic exposures to chemicals in food, in makeup and personal products, with electromagnetic frequencies. Cell phones are a big detriment to fertility, by the way. Conventional medicine fails spectacularly in the realm of fertility precisely because it's such a natural process. A conventional approach just isn't capable of correcting the tiny imbalances that rarely show up in any kind of formal test. You may have been trying for years to have a baby. You may have been diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, endometriosis, or something else scary and seemingly insurmountable without a medical intervention like IVF, in vitro fertilization. The fertility industry in the US is over $2 billion and it's growing. It's really lucrative. Couples have gone bankrupt being led to believe that that's the only way they can have a baby. Infertility is on the rise, along with the rise in chronic conditions and general ill health, but those COVID shots were really bad news for the reproductive system. What the medical establishment doesn't tell you, though, is how bad the artificial treatments are for both the woman's long-term health and the baby's, and that natural holistic treatments are actually far more successful. During an IVF cycle, a woman can be taking 15 different medications and her hormone levels are hugely elevated. Drugs like Clomid are designed to mimic the body's own hormones and massively stimulate the ovaries to release mature eggs into the fallopian tubes for fertilization. The drugs tend to have horrible side effects like mood swings, headaches, abdominal pain, rashes, nausea, breast tenderness, even ovarian cysts and ovulatory dysfunction in some women, and that's before the long-term effects of having such elevated hormones for a period, even after the treatment has ended. And how healthy are those eggs going to be anyway after they've been super matured so quickly like that? In addition to the ovary stimulation, a woman's endocrine system has to be suppressed by a drug that's essentially stimulating menopause. Lupron tends to induce hot flashes, night sweats and headaches, not the best frame of mind to conceive a baby in. Follicle stimulating hormone is usually added to the mix, and that's often causing rapid weight gain, bloating, nausea, stomach pain, and more serious side effects like ectopic pregnancies, blood clots and strokes. Don't believe the conventional doctors that tell you can't have a baby naturally. They just don't have the right tool set. In simple terms, you need to look at every aspect of your life and get your body healthy. Remove toxins as much as possible, address nutrient deficiencies, reduce your stress, increase exercise. If you've really honestly done all of that, then and you're still not having any success, then you probably need professional help. But do go to someone with a different tool set. Traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, is actually really well suited to fertility, probably because it's a really gentle whole body approach and relies on the concepts of energy or qi. Creating life is all about the transfer of energy, right? Acupuncture is usually part of the typical treatment. That's when tiny needles are inserted along certain energy meridians which are connected to different organs in the body. They don't hurt at all. It's very relaxing. It's tailored to the individual and the hormone systems of the organs that seem to be creating the most problems. There's a whole scientific consensus on the positive role acupuncture can have on fertility, whether or not you embrace all of other aspects of TCM. Diet and lifestyle are still critical parts of the TCM approach, plus various herbs that are going to naturally and gently stimulate the parts that need stimulating and calm the parts that need calming, bringing overall balance. if you're looking to start a family, it's really important to get both mom and dad healthy first, at least 6 to 12 months before you try to conceive. If you've been trying for a year or more without success, still don't fall for those expensive medical fertility problems until you've truly committed to a whole body natural approach for another 6 to 12 months. Either on your own or with a functional or integrated professional specializing in fertility or a TCM practitioner. There's some resources on my website. Now, from an employer's perspective, it's really commendable when you choose to offer family forming services and point solutions that are going to help employees in this area. But those programs are really quick to shuttle couples into the medical model, when really the couple and their future child will be far better served with a rigorous natural approach first. Until next time.